I'm very dedicated to a routine, and when I find something that works, I stick with it because it works. Like, if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. Stay tuned. So we're gonna start off with the brows because I always start off with the brows. The first product I'm gonna highlight is this NYX brow glue. First of all, it's everywhere, so like I'm not the only person who agrees that this is a good product. I personally gravitate more towards a thinner brow these days, so I take the tip of the brow glue packaging and then I use that to like level and thin out my brows, and it actually does work. So it's like 2-in-1, baby. And the second product that I'm going to highlight, this is the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen. So I wouldn't say this is like the best on the market, but it is pretty good and it's inexpensive, which is also good. I've been using this for honestly over a year. It gives pretty realistic strokes for your brows. So this is what my brows currently look like. This is the after. You honestly can barely tell the difference. So I'm going to show you me using it in real time. They really give, just woke up like this, you know? I woke up like this. Those are my two big ones for the brows. And then moving on to like face/skin prep. So I used to use the e.l.f. Power Grip and I like swore by this, but I don't know if I just have sensitive eyes or like what went wrong with my application. But whenever I applied that product, I made a video on this in the past where I was complaining about my eyes watering, and I tried to like buy a new eyeliner and buy a new concealer and buy a new like powder, but the problem was really my primer. So once I changed my primer and I started using this Danessa Myricks, my eyes stopped watering. I now swear by this and I think this is like great. For someone that has dry skin, this does a good job of mattifying my face in a way that doesn't leave it feeling like dry and crusty. The next product that I'm going to highlight is also by Danessa Myricks. This is the blurring balm powder. When I used it in the winter, I was ashy. Like, it was giving crusty. I was actually scared. I'm not even joking. However, now in the summer, because obviously like I sweat more, it's actually been a lifesaver. It's been really good at controlling my sweat and like controlling the oiliness that I get in the summer. So I've started incorporating this in my routine. However, when I use it, I don't use it all over my face. Like, I use it in the areas that I sweat the most at, which for me is here, here, and up here. And then I also put it under my eyes. So yeah, these are my two big ones for priming my face and getting it ready to start applying the makeup products. And honestly, I think these two are great choices because every like professional makeup artist that I've seen, or just like really big makeup influencer, makeup TikToker, whatever, they always have these two in the rotation. Okay, now onto concealers. So the two that I currently have in my rotation is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This one's like on its last leg, if I'm being honest. And then I also have the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Lift and Flex Concealer. These are the two that I currently have in my rotation, but I swear I have tried every like drugstore concealer product that exists. And one thing that I have to say is that if you really care about the longevity of your makeup, I would recommend just spending the money and splurging on a high-end concealer. For me personally, I want like a natural looking base with a little bit of a lift and a little bit of like brightening that lasts long, and that's exactly what these products do. So for my contour, this was like one of the first makeup products that I purchased when I first started doing makeup. Like, I didn't know anything about makeup, but I was like, oh, Fenty Beauty, I know Rihanna, she's a black woman, and like her whole like brand with her makeup was catering towards black women. So I was like, I could trust her, I could trust her brand, and like I know this will work on me. So I purchased this Fenty Beauty contour stick, and like I don't know if I'm the problem, but like there's still so much left. Okay, so The next product that I would recommend is setting powder. I've actually tried a good amount of setting powders, but I would 100% recommend the Huda Beauty setting powder. I have mine in the shade Kunafa. The Huda Beauty is kind of known for being really full coverage, and honestly, in comparison, I think the Huda Beauty powder is so much better in terms of the coverage that I want. So the next product that I would recommend would be setting powder or setting spray. This is so important for a long-lasting base. If you have a bad setting spray, you could be using like all the high-end, all the most expensive concealers, but if you have a shitty setting spray or like a shitty powder, your makeup's not gonna last long. Like if you go out in the hot sun, you're not gonna last, babes. So for me, when it comes to setting spray, one that I absolutely recommend, this Milani Make It Last Matte product. Then I go in with the one size. This one, it's important to shake. We've all seen the videos. Wah! And then that's it. This is like my routine for my everyday makeup. If you're seeing me for the first time, you can't really tell that I have makeup on. I kind of just look like I have really nice skin, and like, I'll take it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you try my recommendations. If you have products that you think would be good for my goal, which is like a natural makeup look that's mattifying but not drying, definitely drop your recommendations. I'm always looking to try new products. Bye. See you later.